My name is Carl Zuloff. I'm a professor of agricultural economics at Ohio State University in the Department of Agricultural, Environmental, and Development Economics. And I'm going to talk about the crop program decisions that FSA farm owners and operators will have to make between now and the end of March 2015. There are three decisions. There's a program yield update decision, there's a base acre reallocation decision, and then there's the program choice decision. It's important to keep in mind in the latter that you have to both elect a program, which is what I'm going to talk about, and then you have to subsequently enroll in the program. So just because you've made an election doesn't necessarily mean you're in the program for next year. You do have to enroll on a year-by-year basis. The program yield update is an option to bring forward to a more contemporary period of time, 2009 to 2012, 2008 to 2012, your yields for program crops. The option is to keep your current yields, which are the countercyclical yields. They may date to 1981-85. They may also date to 2000, depending on what you did in the 2002 Farm Bill. The decision is pretty straightforward. If the updated yields are higher, you take those. If you don't, you keep the current yields. The question you need to ask yourself is, can I prove my yields? FSA will ask you to self-verify those yields. You will then have the possibility of being audited by FSA anytime between the end of 2014 crop year through the 2018 crop year. If you cannot verify yields for whatever reason, you really want to think carefully about whether or not what yields you want to put down. You have to assume that you're going to be verified and act accordingly to that. The base acre allocation decision is on a chance to update your base acre allocation. It is not an update decision because the total number of acres, base acres, on your farm can't change from what it currently is. So if it's 100 acres, it will be 100 acres after the decision, but you do have a chance to reallocate it. With the reallocation option being based on what you planted on that FSA farm from 2008 to 2012. The decision is, for some farm operators, in my opinion, the most important decision they will make because they've had major changes in what they plant relative to what their historical base acres are. For other people, the decision will not be that important because there isn't major changes or differences between what they've historically planted and what they planted more recently. The question you have to ask yourself is, what do I want to accomplish with my base acres? Do I want to be close to what I intend to plant? Do I want to maximize my government program payments? Do I want to diversify my base acres relative to my program acres? There's no objective that's right or wrong, but I think you need to be honest with yourself as to what your objective is going to be. The third question is the program choice. You essentially have three program options. The agricultural risk coverage county option, the agricultural risk coverage individual option, the price loss coverage or PLC option. The agricultural county option is a county revenue program that's based upon the yields and of the county and U.S. prices. The ARC individual is based upon the individual farm. PLC is a target price program. Does price exceed or is less than the reference price? Payments are made when the market price is less than the reference price. All of these programs use market year average prices for the U.S., so it's not a local cash price. All of these options have a different risk that they are actually insuring, and this is an important point. The individual ARC is insuring the risk of the entire farm. You elect that for the entire farm. ARC County is insuring the risk of a shallow loss. For example, if corn prices was to stay somewhere between $370 and $450 for the next 4 or 5 years, this will be a really good program. And PLC is more of a deep loss program from low prices. And for example, if prices would be low $3 for the next 4 or 5 years, PLC would be a really good program. So I think when you look at this, one of the questions will be, do you want to diversify your choice as opposed to take a single program? They are different programs. They cover different risks. Diversification is a standard management strategy when you face that. And then the other key point is you will know a fair amount about what payments are going to be in 2014, excuse me. Do you want to weight that crop year more heavily because I know more about that?